Hello, and welcome to Words of Hope. Thank you for joining us once again in this space of faith, reflection, and comfort, where we seek to draw our hearts closer to God and remember that, even during life's most difficult moments, we are never completely alone. If this is your first video with us, we hope these words will give you the hope you need. And if you are already part of this community, thank you for continuing to walk alongside us. Today, we want to speak to anyone who reaches the end of the day with an exhausted body, only to discover that their mind is not ready to rest. You turn off the light, close your eyes, and suddenly your unfinished tasks, financial problems, family concerns, past conversations, and everything that could go wrong tomorrow begin to appear. During the day, our activities and the surrounding noise keep those thoughts at a distance. But when night arrives and everything becomes quiet, they seem to grow louder. Perhaps you replay a decision repeatedly, imagining what might have happened if you had acted differently. Or maybe you try to anticipate every possible difficulty because you believe that if you think about it long enough, you will find a way to prevent it. However, there comes a point when thinking stops helping us and simply keeps us trapped. Feeling this way does not mean that you lack faith. Believing in God does not prevent us from experiencing worry, exhaustion, or uncertainty. Faith is not about pretending that nothing affects us. It is about learning where to place what we can no longer carry alone. God knows the thoughts that interrupt your rest. He knows which concern returns every night and understands why you find it so difficult to let go. You can speak to Him without hiding your fear. You do not need to say a long prayer. You can simply say, "Lord, my mind is tired. There are things I cannot resolve tonight. Help me trust that tomorrow I will receive the strength I need to face them." The thought may return after you pray. That does not mean your prayer has failed. Some worries need to be placed in God's hands more than once, patiently and without punishing yourself for feeling them. Instead of fighting every thought, you can acknowledge it and ask yourself, is there anything I can realistically do about this right now? If the answer is yes, write it down so that you can address it the following day. If you cannot resolve it now, remind yourself that staying awake will not change the situation either. The night does not have to become the place where you try to solve your entire life. Before going to sleep, try stepping away for a few minutes from the news, messages, and content that keeps your mind on high alert. Silence may feel uncomfortable at first, but it can also become a space where you can breathe, pray, and allow the day to come to an end. You can write down what is worrying you and place each situation in God's hands. This is not a way of ignoring your responsibilities, but an acknowledgement that your abilities have limits. Resting does not mean abandoning your problems. It means accepting that you do not have to face all of them at the same time. You can also remember something good that happened during the day, even if it seems small, a conversation, a meal, an opportunity, or simply the fact that you made it through this moment. Gratitude does not erase difficulties, but it helps prevent fear from occupying your entire mind. If these difficult nights continue and the lack of sleep begins affecting your life, seeking professional help does not mean that you lack trust in God. He can also care for us through doctors, therapists, and trained people who are prepared to support us. You do not have to choose between faith and receiving help. Both can be part of your recovery. God does not expect you to remain awake as proof of how much you care. Some situations will still exist tomorrow, but there will also be renewed strength, new possibilities, and a different perspective from which to face them. Rest can be an act of trust, recognizing that the world does not depend entirely on you and that God continues working even while you sleep. If your mind fills with questions again tonight, do not try to answer all of them. Choose a simple prayer. Lord, take care of what I cannot control and help me rest. Not everything has to be resolved before you close your eyes. Today has already come to an end. You did what you could with the strength and understanding you had. Now allow your body to rest and your heart to remember that it is not alone. Tomorrow will be a new day, and when it arrives, God will be there with you. Thank you for staying with us until the end here at Words of Hope. If this reflection helped you, share it with someone who is going through difficult nights. Subscribe to Words of Hope, leave a like, and join us in our next video. And thank you to our new subscribers. We are happy to have you as part of this community. We will see you in the next video. May God bless you.